I just picked up one of these really inexpensive tomato cages. We're going to start up top and secure the 3 spikes that go on the ground using just a zip tie, and that'll prevent them from, poking through the mesh, and it'll also create more of a conical shape for our tree. We're going to start off with some deco mesh and pipe cleaners. You can find the supplies we're using today available at nicksseasonaldecor.com. I'm just going to scrunch up a little bit of the mesh like that, and then we're going to move over to our tomato cage, and we're going to secure that up top. So to secure it, I'm just going to take a red pipe cleaner and tie it around, and just tuck that pipe cleaner underneath so it's hidden. Then we can just repeat this process every few inches or so. So instead of going all the way to the bottom, we're just going to start our next layer. So it's all about repetition, so we're just going to repeat that process over and over and over again all the way around. There's really no rhyme or reason for my exact placement. I'm just trying to create that tree-shaped effect. So basically, wherever you think you'll need a pipe cleaner and a piece of mesh is where you're going to come back in with your next piece. So we're going to just take this, come back to the second step on the tomato cage, grab a pipe cleaner, and then just poke those pipe cleaners right back in. Then up top here we have a pipe cleaner, and it would actually work for the next piece. So we're just going to continue with that and then start our way back down below. So here we have the end of the roll, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to tuck that in, and it's going to stay in place, especially since we're going to come back in with ornaments and some ribbon on top of it. Up next, we're going to work in some ribbon. So here I have some peppermint ribbon or candy cane ribbon, and I thought it would be pretty if we just had some loops and some tails. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut a length with 1 loop and 2 tails. Grab a pipe cleaner to secure it. And there we have a little accent. So to create a professional touch, we're going to take the ends of our ribbon, line them up, and dovetail. So to dovetail, you cut from the middle out towards the wired edges. And it just creates for such a better look, and it's definitely more professional. Then what we can do is we can come back to our tree and really poke those pipe cleaners in there so they stay in place. You can also come back in with some hot glue. But by working them in with just the pipe cleaner, you have the possibility of switching it up and just storing the tree and switching it out each year so that you have something to decorate. Now I have some of these ornaments and they match the tree perfectly. We are going to dip these in what we call a glue skillet. So essentially this is just a little crock pot full of hot glue, and it melts the glue, and when you unplug it, the glue just hardens right back up in the container. So we're going to apply a little hot glue, and then we're just going to take these ornaments and place them sporadically throughout. So now what we're doing is the most fun part. So just swirl your ornaments in the hot glue and definitely apply a generous amount. So with the ribbons, the way we tucked them in, those pipe cleaners are in deep enough, but with these ornaments, they will just pop right off unless you use some hot glue. So then just hold them in place for a minute or so while they kind of solidify, and you'll have some beautiful embellishments. So let's continue working these in. Place another one down below. So treat it just like you would a real Christmas tree. Decorate it however you would like. You could add flowers to it. You could add decorative sprays and picks and little presents if you wanted to. So here we have some ornaments on sticks, and these are going to be a little bit easier to insert. So we're just going to snip each one of these off individually. So just swirl these in hot glue as well, and poke them wherever you see fit. So I'll place one down below. Place another one up top. Let's place one here. And instead of a star, we'll take one ornament and we'll poke it up top as well. And just continue working them in. Then we also have a decorative spray, and we're just going to cut some of these little ornaments off. And having ornaments in different sizes, shapes, and textures really enhance anything that you're decorating. So since we're going with the red and white theme today, I thought it would be really nice to work in these little peppermint candies. Dip these in your hot glue as well, and then just poke them throughout. So I made a bunch of single loop pieces of ribbon. I just folded the piece over itself and then took a little pipe cleaner to secure it. What we're going to do with these is we're going to take them, dip them in our glue skillet, apply a generous amount of hot glue, And then what we can do is come right back into our tree and poke them in. So that's going to deflect a little bit away from the deco mesh and make this tree look a lot more full and a lot more whimsical. So feel free to choose whatever colors and ribbons you want. And also, too, you can be using, as many different prints as you would like. So I usually like to shy on the side of less is more, but you could work in, if you wanted to, 3, 4, 5 different types of ribbon. Place another piece down below. Coming back in with our final little individual loop of ribbon, and this is a 2.5-inch ribbon. We'll place it there. So now our Christmas tree made out of deco mesh, a few ornaments, and a tomato cage is all done. So let me put this outside of my planter to show you how it turned out. So here is how it looks outside of my yard. I love it on my front steps, and it's just sitting on top of a planter. So this is an incredibly easy way to upcycle a basic tomato cage that only costs a couple dollars. So thank you all so much. Happy holidays. This is Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and you're watching me on Hometalk. See you in the next video. So today we're going to be making a really colorful and interesting wreath, and not all wreaths have to be in a circular shape. So what better way to decorate for Christmas than decorating with a candy cane? So you guys can get these forms at any local dollar store. So we're going to start off with this ribbon. This is a Sam's Club ribbon. It's a 50-yard spool, and we're going to need a 2.5-inch ribbon. I recommend not using a sheer ribbon. That way it doesn't show through. You definitely don't want to be seeing any of that metal. So then what we'll do is we'll take our glue skillet right here and then just apply a generous amount of hot glue. So I don't like to skimp with hot glue when it comes to this. I want to make sure the ribbon stays exactly where I place it. And then what we can do is just take our ribbon, kind of stretch it out a little bit, and fold it over and apply a little bit of pressure. Be careful because it is hot, but you do need a little bit of pressure to keep it in place. And then what we'll do is we'll let this dry or harden for a few seconds, and then we can come back to wrap our candy cane. So now what we have to do is wrap our metal frame with a ribbon. So like I said, I recommend a 2.5-inch. If you did anything narrower, it'll take a long time to wrap it. So for your convenience, definitely, choose a thicker ribbon and something a little bit wider. So all we have to do is kind of overlap it twice on the bottom, like that. That way we don't see any of the glue or any of the, kind of ends of our ribbon. And then what I like to do personally is just drop my ribbon to the floor, and then we can begin wrapping it all over. So I'm going to wrap it at an angle. Think of it kind of like a barbershop sign where it's kind of spinning around. And now we're at the end. So with the end, what we're going to do is pull it again rather tight. Take a little bit of hot glue. Place it on top of the ribbon, and then take that final piece and just bring it over like that. So then we'll let that harden before we create our bow. We're going to just trim it off like that. And now we have a really cute candy cane that we're going to add some ribbon to, another big bow to, and some decorative picks. So now we're going to come back in with additional ribbon. So we're going to create kind of a smaller, fancier bow to place on our candy cane to finish it off. And I've chosen velvet. So I don't know about you guys, but velvet is the most Christmassy ribbon I can find. I use it year after year, and I use hundreds of yards of it, and it just screams Christmas to me. So we're going to create a single loop like that with 2 tails on either end of that. And we're going to do that, 3 or 4 times. That way we create a nice full bow. But we're also going to come back in with some decorative picks kind of poked in side of my bow. And I really like that look because it kind of fills out your bow and adds some kind of glitter and shine to it. So there's our second loop. Come back in with another loop. And cut off. We'll do it one more time just to make sure that we have enough loops. Okay, so there's our final loop with tails. Now we'll snip it all off. Take a pipe cleaner to secure it. So just taking a white pipe cleaner today, wrapping it around our bow, and twisting secure. So there's our little bow. What we got to do now is dovetail. So you've heard me talk about dovetailing in the past, and it's really quite a critical step when designing. It really adds a professional finishing edge to all of your ribbons. So we're going to take it, fold it in half, and cut from the middle out towards the wired edge at an angle. And that just reveals a nice little dovetail. So do that to all of your tails that are showing. So just pulling those tails apart, giving everything a good fluff. And then what I do, which This is pretty much the only project I do this for. I twist the pipe cleaner secure, and then I cut it right off. So I'm going to cut it at the base, but leaving a little bit of that kind of twist on so that it doesn't fall apart completely. Now what we can do is take that, apply a little bit of hot glue on it. So here we just have my really old hot glue skillet, and it works just as well. Just take a little bead, apply kind of a generous amount. You don't want to skimp with the hot glue. Now what we can do is we can come back into our candy cane and place it where we would like. So I'm going to place mine right here. We're going to give it a minute or two to harden up and let the glue dry. And then we can come back in with some greenery or some decorative picks. So this may be hard to see against my white table, but these are just small white sprays. And I really like the look of them because they kind of add lots of texture to your design, but not take away too much from the bow or the candy cane itself. So I'm just going to snip it off into individual pieces. We're not going to need a whole lot for this project. I'm figuring one spray should be enough, and you can get these sprays for, $1 at any dollar store, or you can be getting them at, stores like Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, AC Moore. Oh, AC Moore is gone now, but Walmart even. And then we'll just take them and kind of poke them into the bow. And I always like accenting my bow with extra picks like this. It really enhances it. And it's not going to take too many, so we'll just work in a couple more. And then we also have some of these little candies, which are really cool. So we're going to work in little candies on top of our candy cane. Right here, they're like little swirl candies with the little plastic on either side. So I thought these were really cute. So we'll just dip these in our glue skillet as well and poke them in. So have fun with designing these, you guys. I really can't stress that enough. That's really, the most important part is having fun while making it and adding your own little fun twist to it. So whatever you have on hand is usually what I recommend on adding first. That way you're using up products without wasting money. And all of these things, like I said, you can be purchasing kind of variations of them at any local dollar store. So here's how the candy cane turned out that we just made together. And this is probably one of the most budget-friendly projects we can create. The candy cane frame was $1 from any dollar store. We also worked in a little bit of ribbon. The ribbon on the bow is maybe 3 yards max. And then between 3 and 5 yards to actually wrap our candy cane with 2.5-inch ribbon. And then we came back in with some decorative picks. We have 3 of these little candy pieces and a little bit of those white fern leaves as well. So in total, you can create this project for about $5 or so. So very budget friendly. And as I talked about earlier, you can do this in any color combination that you would like and to match your own home. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Definitely give it a shot because it's so much fun to make and the possibilities are truly endless. So this is Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and you're watching me on Hometalk. Bye, everyone.